Bang Bang Nine the Gang, Faithful Boys Podcast. We in the building. Benjamin S. P Warrior _9 prayers. Shouts out to Uncle Keith. How y'all doing today, fellas?
Chilling. What do you do?
Hey, bro, it's all good, man. Y'all know we got a lot to cover. Coming off, I'm gonna say a disappointing loss. Some could say it's surprising, whatever. But y'all know we lost to Cleveland, 19-17. Also got some headlines with Debo and Gardner Johnson kind of going back and forth. Definitely want to talk about Brock Purdy, his performance, and is he the long-term solution for the team at the quarterback position? I would definitely, want to touch on that a little bit amongst other things. But let's definitely start in Cleveland, bro. But we took that L. Thoughts, P Warrior?
Well, I watched the game Wednesday. I didn't want to watch it right after they lost because I knew I probably would be frustrated and aggravated. Want to have a more objective look at it. So I watched it yesterday. Basically, we should have beat Cleveland. Cleveland didn't win the game. We lost the game with the mistakes, the penalties. The one play where Gibson, they called that illegal hit, and that was a clean hit. Okay, then they come right back with the holding on Charvarius Ward. So that gave them the field goal position to get down there to kick the thing. Now, we forced 2 turnovers, and when Fred got the pick and it was at the 25, if they score that touchdown, they win the game. Mm-hmm. You give Cleveland their credit, their defense is good, and we kind of talked about it Thursday, that we thought that compared to Dallas defense, because Dallas is all style, but Cleveland got substance to their defense. Jim Schwartz is one of the best defensive coordinators in the league, and he didn't win against Shanahan many times. Thanks. So their defense was on us, but we still had the opportunities to win the game. We jumped out 7-0, then we get the turnover. Then there's the other play where the quarterback, when they came in on the blitz, Oliver and your boy, and he fumbled the ball, they called it a forward pass. That was a clear fumble. That was a possession that we got stole from. So that was another opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Score points. So, okay, Cleveland might have won the game in the final score, but we lost the game. It wasn't that Cleveland was better than us. We lost the game because of the mistakes and the uncostly penalties. And then Moody, the first one, 50-something yards, okay. But then, we drive down in the last possession, get to the 41-yard field goal. You ought to make that. That's why you're getting paid, to make those kicks. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, Lord, I hope it don't come down to a kick, because where's Robbie Gold, baby? So, outside of that, that's what I saw watching the game. So I think, they learn from the mistakes and, they go on to Minnesota, but we'll talk about that a little later.
Prayers, what you got?
Man, yeah, super disappointing, man. He really kind of summed it up well. It was just I think it was the first game where offensive line was kind of exposed. For me personally, man, is a big place. I mean, they were in, and Trent got hurt early, so there was a difference. That's a difference maker, but he stayed in, with the rest of the guys. It was just that. Every play it seemed like they were on top of or in the backfield, and but it's like you said, they played each other a lot. He knows his. Shanahan has a lot of people's numbers, but he doesn't have his number. You know what I'm saying? And so he just knows how to play against him. He knows how to call defense. They got a real good defense. And so there was things, misplays, missed throws, just different scenarios, but we definitely gave it away. It's weird to be in that type of loss, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, because at the end of the season, like it's gonna matter, or it can matter in the standings, just depending on how things lie when it comes down to playoff seeding. But outside of that, it's probably what our team needed to focus and to get rid of the 16-0. I'm glad that's over. I'm glad that's over immediately. Because that's what, or 17-0, and that's what it was going to go to. The more we won and stayed undefeated, and it's like there's one goal, there's one single goal. You know what I'm saying? And that's to A. Well, 1B, 1A is going to be to stay healthy. 1B is going to be win a ring. That's it. I mean, that's it. And any other goal, I'm glad we don't have that 16-0 or 17-0 undefeated to go. I think it's what we needed at a time because our schedule was about to get very difficult. And it leaves a sour taste in their mouth. And so overall, it's what we needed in a lot of ways.
Welcome to the show, bro.
How y'all doing?
We doing good, brother.
Hey, I'm sorry I'm late. I had to go get my belt.
Nah, it's all good, bro.
It's time to tighten up. So we tighten up a youngster too. I'm the oldest one on here, so let's get it popping. Everybody was talking trash on the stream. Why are you being so polite now? Let's go right to where we left it. All right, let's go right to wherever the hell we left it. Somebody went after my dude, and it's on now. So let me ask you a question. Let's plot this thing off right. First of all, can anybody on this panel deny that when Debo had to do it all, he did it all?
Oh, of course.
Can anybody deny that? Pick your head up, son. I'm talking to you. Pick your head up. Pick your head up. Let's get it popping.
When he had to
Is that the truth? I want to hear you say yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, good. That's step one. Step two, when we got
Wait. Can I address this before you go to step two?
I didn't think you needed to, but go ahead now.
Well, so what? Okay. Besides a couple here and there's, because I believe what you're talking about when he had to, that was a couple years ago, right? Well,
it wasn't last year.
But 2 years, yeah, exactly. 1.5, whatever. So besides those days, I think all of us have one thing in common, right? We all got to show up to work every single day, right?
True that.
Fair enough.
And damn sure on game days.
You're going a little bit wide, but go ahead.
Correct? No. Correct. Can I get you to tell me correct?
Yeah, you're correct on that simple statement, but you got to apply it fairly.
All right then. So therefore, that's everyday power. When you are highly paid, you damn sure got to show up to work every single day and do your job and be a difference maker, right? Because that's what you paid to do, especially when you paid really well. Really well.
All right, let's talk about that.
Everybody.
Let's talk about that.
So you came in here riled up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm just getting started. I'm like popcorn. You just putting the heat on. That's it. It's about to pop off.
Hey, so what I'm getting at is he ain't shown up in 2 years. I appreciate you. You right. Because he ain't shown up to work in about a year and a half. He ain't shown up.
Your point. Is that your point?
Look, he got a lot of sick
days. All right, my turn.
Yeah, a lot of sick days.
Question. We got before McCaffrey and after McCaffrey. When we got McCaffrey, did we not get Debo squared?
What?
He took along a lot of the roles that Debo did and did it better.
Hey,
did that not happen?
When you got McCaffrey, you got McCaffrey, and then there's a guy named Debo.
You're not listening. But when Debo had to do it by himself, he was about as McCaffrey-like as anybody else in the league.
No. Yes,
he was.
Yes, absolutely. I apologize. Yes, you're right. Absolutely.
All right.
Right.
So once you got McCaffrey, you didn't need Debo to be that person anymore, did you? And the reason you didn't Debo to be that person. And absolutely. The reason Debo got paid is what we argued about is simply this. When
we argued, though, what was my stance? Before you go into what you were saying.
Your stance was that statistically he wasn't worth the money.
To never pay him, correct, and let him trade him or let him walk. That was my stance on Debo. But yes, so I want you to go. So now I just want back for anybody listening, for who don't know. That's the background on that situation. But yes, you're absolutely right. Continue.
All right. So my biggest challenge to you, and somebody said it in the thread after we started going back and forth. Can we win this thing? And I'm asking you this question without Debo.
We ain't winning it without Debo.
I say no. Got 2 no's so far.
8 days a week.
I agree
You
with
got 2
you.
no's.
It's reasonings for that.
8 days a week.
I'm trying to let y'all hash this shit out, but
are you saying yes or no,
I'm
man?
saying no. They probably won't win it without Debo.
Yes,
That's 3.
absolutely. I'm saying absolutely win it. Win it faster without Debo.
But you got to have something to replace him.
No. Because the problem is your coach. Part of my issue with Debo is the coach. So we're gonna break that down, but I'm letting you go. But just know part of my issue with Debo is how the coach uses him and how the coach, even here with McCaffrey, still rotates his offense around Debo and all of Debo's movement and motions, as we just saw when Ray McCloud stepped in and could not do what Debo's always forced to do. Our offense is too based on motion if Debo's not there. I definitely have the facts 100%. But my problem is Debo doesn't produce enough for our offense to be ran by how it is by Shanahan. So it ain't necessarily Debo that I got all of my issues with.
I think that's a fair point. My counterpoint to your whole argument tonight was he's not in a position to do what he had to do before because it's not necessary. And if we still play him that way, then that's wrong. Facts. And you just made my point. I totally agree with you. I agree with you.
And I appreciate that. But here's my problem. Debo let y'all know off top. There was rumors of him complaining about it while it was happening. Much before there was even he spoke out it publicly about how he felt about running. You know what I'm saying? Moving forward. So it wasn't like Debo was doing this and was happy about it. It was known publicly that he wasn't necessarily happy about it and he wanted to be compensated for it. So
overutilization.
So what else is he getting? So if Debo doesn't have that year run, which is an epic, you know what I'm saying? Probably an all-time great run that Debo had as an individual player. I'm not denying that for that year. You know what I'm saying? Cool. He did it in a contract year and complained about it. Like, what's the dude's character? The dude's character. He the one talking with CJ Gardner-Johnson. He's the one arguing publicly with CJ Gardner-Johnson. He's the one that chose to say, to Micah Parsons in the public, he don't want to see us again. They had a little back and forth and said, I highly doubt that you don't want to see us again. It's like, that's cool, my guy. That's cool, my guy. Hey, our team don't operate like that. It's the ego. It's everything he brings. There's a lot about like what he does. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's the one talking most in public, and he's the one doing less on the field than anybody, bro.
Except from when he has to.
When does he have to?
What game did he score? Did he catch the ball?
We gotta take
his one game with IU. I will say his one game where IU didn't play, he showed up because Shanahan forced the game plan around.
And at the end of the day, we can't keep hanging our hat on the shit we did 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not doing that. I'm simply saying if you're a different role now. He got paid for what he did, not for what he does.
Right, but I'm saying going forward, you got to be productive in the role you're in. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some could argue with McCaffrey coming over that kind of free you up a little bit. So when you do get it,
the coach didn't see it that way.
Fresh as a motherfucker.
No, because
the coach didn't see it that way. He's still being asked to do the same thing. And you said it best. Ray McCloud could not be Debo.
But do the coach not see it that way, or is it
you
have a lot of soft tissue injuries where the coach can't rely on you like that anyway? Let's keep it a buck. Debo ain't really been in no phenomenal shape.
He always show up overweight.
So that's kind of my point though. Like, can the coach really put you in the position he was putting you into, the consistency he was when you was producing like that? You're not in that kind of shape. You're always nicked up.
Let's talk about that.
And I got a question for y'all too.
I'm listening. I'm ready.
Do we really have all these elite players on offense, or do we have a lot of redundancy?
Bruh.
We have redundancy.
Because of your coach running this offense around Debo. Because your coach runs this offense around Debo.
Why?
Because he's paying him what he is, bro, and he's got an ego. That's what it is. In my opinion,
I think now the team run around McCaffrey.
It do run around McCaffrey, but as far, No, I'm saying your wide receiver, like I'm saying your offense, the motion, the slant, like all of the behind the things that go on. Yes, our offense goes through McCaffrey 1,000%. But I'm saying as far as your scheme, we watched it, all the motion. It's not like if Debo's not in there, there don't need to be all this motion and all. They need to line up and put wide receivers in place and go get these first downs and call plays and dumb it down. That's what needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm gonna say
that.
Exactly, and that was what I was getting to, Ben. That's exactly what I was getting to because you don't have.
What did he say? I didn't hear what he said.
We don't have those type of receivers, with the exception of Ayuk.
Exactly. Ray McLeod is trash.
Like, let's keep it real, dog. McCaffrey is the second best receiver on the team. I'm gonna let you go, P-War. I know you're trying to get in there, but McCaffrey the second best receiver on the team.
Facts. And who's third? It's Juwan. Be for real. It's Juwan.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Shanahan's gonna run his motion whether Debo is there or not. That's his offense. So Debo is a chess piece that he uses to open up things. We know the offense runs through McCaffrey. Debo is a valuable chess piece to get the defense to move and shift to, get the players open. We know Ayuk is the best receiver. I would agree with McCaffrey being the second best receiver. I agree with Jauan Jennings. I was thinking about this earlier, as I just, thinking about tonight. And I know there's a trade deadline. To me, y'all need to do two things. Y'all need to try to get another cornerback, and you might want to find another receiver that can
stretch the field. Because I agree with y'all. We have players that fit the scheme, but we don't have that one dynamic player that can play outside of the scheme. So, the only player that's playing outside the scheme on that entire team is Purdy.
We don't even use Kittle. We don't even use Kittle. We watched last year. We watched last year. As soon as Debo went down, Kittle became not only the top tight end in the NFL, a top 5 or 6 wide receiver and tight end in the NFL.
I think a lot of Kittle lack of production have to do with him also being nicked up.
Well, but he had to block. He's about to say it. Like he had to block the entire game because our offensive line was flushed out.
That's part of it.
But it's also that's because Shanahan still continues to run his offense. You're lacking the pieces. It's like, bro, you got to throw and get first downs. That's where we were at, and that's not how he went about it, bro. But you also
run pass option every play.
I mean, it's like you don't have wide receivers. It's like you said, bro. I'm tired of Debo. Get a real wide receiver. You could have at less than the price. You could have T. Higgins. You could have there's a bunch of. You don't need another. We don't need this. It's redundant money. Like you don't need some crazy wide receiver. Debo's not here. Ayuk's 1. Kittle's gonna be your 2, and you got McCaffrey. Well, Kittle's probably gonna be 3. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody else does. But
Prez, I'm gonna say this, dog, and I know y'all. I don't think y'all gonna agree with me, but this is my take on it. If you kind of played the more conventional style with, like, you go get the T. Higgins and shit, I don't feel you have the drop back quarterback to just drop back and just deliver T. Higgins the ball like that. Purdy can't do that to me, not on a consistent basis.
No, my bad. Go ahead.
That's all I was saying.
Oh, yeah, you're right, but he don't have to. And he don't have to in this offense because this offense is about route running. This offense is about route running as our wide receivers are concerned. In the spacing, it's being on time. Everything's a timing in the Shanahan offense, and it's route running, and it's being specific and being able to replicate.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying if they were to go and, like, you get rid of Debo and you go get the more conventional receiver, I don't think you have the quarterback to play it like that.
I say we need a 6. We need a 6'3" to 6'5" dude. That's what he needs to find. Shanahan,
a high point receiver.
Come on, a real one. Like and Juwan as a 3 with his ability to block is damn near the best 3rd wide receiver in the NFL.
I would agree with that.
Because if he's a third, I'm saying him as a third wide receiver on a depth chart.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other dudes that can have the argument. I was just making a statement.
Do you think Purdy could stand in there and just fire that bitch in there to them receivers like that?
Yes. 100%. Because what happened as soon as Debo goes off the field, because here's my point about Debo. Debo's not putting up stats. Debo's not moving the chains. Debo's not getting downfield. He doesn't run routes as a wide receiver. He doesn't do what is needed from that position. So if we got to have a wide receiver too, we need somebody that can actually do what this offense needs to do. And Debo's paid to move the chains. Debo's paid to get open. Debo's paid to do all this shit, and he can't do it. Never has. He never has really done it besides this 1 year where he went crazy to start the year and put up crazy numbers. He was a top wide receiver in the NFL that year before Shanahan started to use him running.
Prez, I ain't mad at you, dog, because me personally, I don't feel ultimately you could really win the chip just throwing slants.
Exactly.
That's always be my argument. That's why I be like, let me see Purdy play against a pressure defense with tight windows, and then I could assess better. What I thought I was going to get from Dallas, we wound up getting from Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? So,
but on the last drive of the game, what did Purdy do?
I knew that was coming, but don't give me the last drive shit when you look like you was petrified the whole fucking game. He's going to do that. You see what I'm saying?
I have an answer for that. What's the 49ers Achilles heel for the last 3 seasons? A bad weather game. We get more people hurt.
We didn't give Trey Lance no passes when he played in the goddamn monsoon. I do not want to hear about Brock Purdy throwing a wet ball.
No, I'm not saying that. Have you ever heard me down or trash?
No, not you. That's not for that statement in particular. Not for you, but everybody keep talking about the wet ball first half. Whoop de whoop. I don't want to hear that shit. Nobody gave a fuck when Trey Lance was throwing the wet ball. He was shitballing. He needed to do better. And I'm hearing this is an ongoing theme for him when the goddamn ball wet. So you see what I'm saying? I don't want to hear the excuses.
I just
want the production.
You're right about that. But I think this is more. I think that game was more of a situation I called about 2 episodes ago when ultimately there's just going to be a game where it don't go right and he's not going to play well. The problem is, man, everything's a first right now and will continue to be first. Some of this shit is seconds for him, you know what I'm saying? But it's still the first go round, bro. I mean, ultimately this dude still ain't played enough games for a regular season. He ain't played 17 games yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a bunch of things that are going to continue to happen, situations that he's going to be in. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think anything was learned about Purdy in the last game?
Well, no matter what, because it wasn't a good game. But again, you're not going to lose Debo and McCaffrey in the same game all the time. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to be in the situation that it.
And you're not going to have Ayuk drop for 3 passes either.
Well, 100%, 100%, and a line that was horrible. Look, I get,
and some bad calls too.
I get that Purdy didn't perform well, but that line was atrocious.
Oh my God,
that line was atrocious. P, you just watched it, so I respect you. Your mind is the freshest, or your eyes are the freshest to the game. How do you feel how that offensive line performed?
Oh well, he was under pressure. I mean, really, the first drive they came out and played the way that they've been playing, but you got to give Cleveland they credit. The one defensive tackle, Tomlinson, was all in a backfield every play. The offensive line didn't. You know what I'm saying? So Purdy didn't really have the time to necessarily, do what he's been doing. He was under pressure, and he was off, with some of the throws and stuff. But still, at the end, he gave him a chance. He got him in the field goal range. He can't kick the field goals either.
He's supposed to make that. They're supposed to make that kick, man.
12 for 27, 125 yards.
Bro, hey, that's the number one.
I appreciate the last drive.
That's the number one defense in the NFL. So he didn't do that. He didn't do that against a defense, a bad defense. He did that against the best defense, and
without his best 2 weapons.
Whoa.
I had to sneak that in.
Whoa! How is Debo more of a weapon?
Why you go straight to Debo?
Lay off Debo, bro.
Because
why you go straight to Debo?
Come on, bro. Because you really.
If you got bad weather, and you got a guy, you got a guy.
He's the number 2. He's the number 2 star on this offense, bro. Is Debo over Kittle and Ayuk?
Well, you said that Kittle ain't getting the ball. Did you not say that?
That's because of Shanahan and the scheme, and because Debo's here.
Well, if we going on facts, it's going facts. Debo's averaging 15.1 yards per catch. That's a first down every time you catch the ball.
Where's he averaging those catches at?
Behind the line of scrimmage? Averaging though.
Huh?
How many catches a game is he averaging?
And those and how many of those on
4
average
catches a game, 5 games, 20 catches.
Behind the line
15.1 yards a carry.
How many of those catches are behind or within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage?
I don't care if you start off the bench. If you get 15 yards going forward, it's a first down.
Oh, for $25 million, that's cool because he ain't out there blocking. He ain't out there now.
He got 20. Let's put this $25 million to rest once and for all.
No, we're not. We're not putting that again because that's what it is.
We got to put it to rest for once and for all. And I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna do it. I just want you to understand one thing. He got the $25 million before you had McCaffrey. If you had McCaffrey, he wouldn't have got nowhere near it. Right or wrong?
You think he'd be putting up the numbers if McCaffrey wasn't there? He got found out. As soon as that shit got put on tape, that shit has been over. He has a game every now and then. You know why he has a game every now and then? Because that's the only time he's really producing.
If it's about the money, the only reason he got the money was before McCaffrey. If McCaffrey's on that team, nobody pays Debo $25 million. Nobody.
But 1,000%. But for the sake of this for not the sake of this conversation, because we have people watching, we've established that I'm the dude that said he was never worth it. So that particular argument, I'm saying for our conversation, you talking to the dude. I've always said he was never worth the money.
And you will never say he's worth the money if he wins MVP.
He ain't winning MVP.
Well, I'm just saying if he did, you wouldn't give it to him.
You'd
take it back. You'd be outside his house with a sign saying, give it back, give it back. It belongs to somebody else. You're a hater.
You're absolutely right. Because what we would be about to do if Debo wasn't on this roster is we would be about to make Brandon Ayuk a top 10 wide receiver paid wise. I'd have somebody else, and I'd have a second wide receiver that was 6'3", 6'5".
Prez. If it wasn't for Jennifer Rivera, I would have married Jennifer Lopez. But since that shit didn't happen, I got to dance with the bride that came to the wedding.
Let's get on with this, with the whole Debo deal. Look, we have our personal opinions of what he is or what he ain't. Well, we know, like I said in the
tell me when he starts producing. What's he doing on the field? What's Debo doing on the field? Since we talk about, can we talk about that?
You know, look, I ain't disagreeing with none of that. We know he ain't going to. They didn't pay him. Shanahan gonna use him. I use him. Let's just, like I said, he know he getting paid. He need to be out there. He need to start running his mouth, starting fights and all of this stuff, and start getting out there doing what he do. I ain't on the social media dang with the whole Gardner Johnson scenario and all of that. But
name another player on the team that does it.
Well, he's the only one.
Anytime we in the media. It's because of Debo's social media.
He needs to stop running his mouth and start making plays out there. So I ain't disagreeing with
showing up. Nigga ain't even out there showing up like that.
So, well, he need to.
That's why he's talking. That's why he's social media talking, bro. Because you can't lie to yourself. You can't lie to yourself.
You can let me call Debo on you. Hey, I'm just gonna dial Debo up in about 5 minutes, man. You keep going.
But look, dog, we talking production, right? We know somebody who's been producing, but who's been overutilized. We've all been talking about it on the show. Every time I see the boy run, you the first person pop in my mind because you've been ringing his bell since I knew you. And we talking about Mason. He had 5 carries, 27 yards. So he averaging 5.4 pop in the Cleveland game.
You got to give some more love.
We know he need more touches. McCaffrey with the oblique should be out, so he should get the lion's share of the touches in my opinion. I don't know if TD, whatever the boy name is, if he gonna get a couple runs.
They definitely is.
If they're gonna try to put some tape on Elijah Mitchell and get his ass out there. But to me, Mason should be the guy, bro. What y'all expecting from Mason, I guess, going forward this week into Minnesota? And I wanted to get your spin on what happened in Cleveland. I know y'all had to get the Debo shit off y'all chest. But what's up with your boy Mason, bro? He needs some more touches.
Let me just say this about Mason. Mason can run through tackles. He also has a nose for the line. He's not going to get caught behind your offensive line, as piss poor as they are.
Proud.
And you need somebody that can square up and bust knuckles. I said it when we drafted that cat, that he could bust knuckles. He also dragged cats 3 and 4 yards. And he's also the kind of running back that could take some of that load off McCaffrey, so he's going to take all them hits and can get stronger as the game goes on. Mason should be finishing the games for us, not McCaffrey. We need to get a lead and have Mason hold it. That's my personal opinion.
Thanks.
Let me chime in on that right quick, because I said in the Dallas game, you use McCaffrey as a chess piece and you run Mason to win the game. And when they put him in there and he ran and got the touchdown. So I would agree with On. You got to give Mason more touches because McCaffrey's hurt. In this Minnesota game, I wouldn't even play McCaffrey. If he ain't healthy, don't play him. Let Mason, Elijah Mitchell look like he healthy. I'll start Mason and I will let him out. Elijah Mitchell spell Mason, but I will let Mason get carries because if McCaffrey and Debo ain't out there, you're going to have to change your game plan.
You certainly are.
You're going to have to be more run, and you're not going to be able to be as dynamic as you is when they're in there. So to me, you go to a ground and pound attack against Minnesota to get your line more confidence, and then you let Purdy get the ball, Ayuk, Jennings, and Kittles if they ain't out there. But to me, Mason, Mitchell, and TDP will be running that ball. And I will be running.
And you use Kittle as your possession receiver. Your first
exactly.
And don't forget about Juice. I think Juice need to be a little more involved.
You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right.
So we got enough weapons to win the game if they not in there. Shanahan just got to adjust. But to me, Mason got to get the ball. He got the lead. Why are you playing him on special teams, man? Let one of them other scrubs or one of the other people get out there and play special teams. Let him be your bell cow for this game if McCaffrey ain't in there. And you spell Elijah Mitchell to be the change of pace, because that's really what Elijah Mitchell was going to be when McCaffrey was the main person. He was supposed to be the change of pace dude, but you can't stay healthy. Mason is healthier, younger, more powerful running back with some effective speed. Yeah, and he can dish the pounding. He can take it, but he can dish it too.
He can also keep a defense honest.
Exactly.
Because when Dallas wasn't respecting him, he ate them up like a cheese sandwich.
That's what I'm saying.
The heat was on. And how much did we see him in this last game?
Not enough.
If the defensive line is in your backfield and you got a bruiser like that, you need somebody to drag somebody 5 yards and make him take a step back. That ground and pound was not done effectively because we got stuck using the same weapons over and over and over again. We almost become predictable, as talented as we are. We're predictable.
Yep.
Yeah.
And one of the unique qualities about our quarterback is he had a tendency to go off script, but he lost confidence in this game because of the way it was going after that first drive.
Now that's what I ask y'all about, because I'm looking at all right, Brandon Ayuk. They say he had 10 targets, he had 4 receptions, 76 yards. He was averaging 19 yards a catch. So when he catching it, it's nice, but I heard you say he dropped like 3.
He dropped 3 that hit him in the hands.
Okay.
Now there was the second quarter, I will tell you that there was some extraordinary efforts that he could have gone 50-50 where the ball sailed, or he didn't get thrown open like Purdy's used to doing.
So you go ahead and say it. They had several plays where Purdy was inaccurate. Just go ahead and say it, bro.
I said it.
But you didn't say it. Yeah, I want you to say it. Purdy was off his game because I heard he missed McCaffrey.
I bought the belt. I bought the belt for prayers, but I got one thing.
But I ain't hear that from you either, P. Warren. Y'all giving this boy a break. I mean, keep it 100.
And you still harping that back pocket hatred.
And he was jittery. Just keep it a buck. They was on his ass. He was a little jittery.
Yeah, they was on him. He was all for the throws. He was getting pressure. He wasn't on his game. I ain't gonna run from it. I mean, I've just watched it, and like I said, I waited to watch it yesterday because I wanted to just objectively watch it and not be in the emotion of the game. So I watched it. Yeah, it was on him. He was off. The one interception, he was totally off. So you give
He got that right to the play.
Cleveland defensively was on him. He wasn't on his game, then it was on him. You know what I'm saying? And yet he still gave him a chance to win, got him down there. He ain't the field goal kicker, so like I said, no, he wasn't on his game.
Y'all real fans, because y'all don't look. Know what I hear right now, and I'm poking at y'all obviously because it's the Purdy shit. But know what I hear when y'all talking right now. But see that last drive, Jimmy, he almost hit Emmanuel Sanders. He had him wide open, but I don't want hit, man.
Well, look, Ben, I just told you he missed 2 touchdown throws. The one I put went through his hands, and then the one in McCaffrey when he ran the fake wheel route and went up the field. So he missed the throws. I ain't saying he didn't miss the throws. I didn't say he was inaccurate. I didn't say he wasn't on target. He didn't play like we have been accustomed to him playing. I'm just saying, in spite of that, he still gave him a chance to win the game, getting them down there. That's all we could ask her to do. Okay. That's how I'm looking at it. I ain't sugarcoating. I ain't trying to justify none of it. I'm just saying, because the ultimate goal is to still try to win the game. He gave him a chance to win it. I mean, okay, yeah, he could have been 1 for 15, but if they won the game, I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? He helped. The goal was still to win the game. He gave him a chance to win the game in spite of all of his mistakes, in spite of the line and all of the players being out. He still got him down there in position. He made the throws he had to make when he had to make them to get him down there. So, I mean, that's the truth. The truth is the whole truth. He sucked. He was off, but he still made enough plays to get him down there. But he ain't the field goal kicker neither. So
this is the game we've been waiting for, though. This is the game Ben Good.
Yes.
We've all been waiting for. This is the game where he got stressed. This is also a game when you had 2 extraordinary stresses. I don't give a damn what you think about Debo. He's an outlet. He can change the game. 1 play, 2 plays, and he's not worth just 2 plays. I know McCaffrey is a game changer. I know McCaffrey's a game changer.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
I also know that those 2 also spell your offensive line because they can do things from behind the line of scrimmage and bail your offensive line and take some pressure off your quarterback. So it was a perfect series of a comedy of errors. Did the kid act like a young quarterback in that last game? Hell yes, he did. Hands down. I'll say it again. He acted like a young quarterback. However, he also still displayed the clutch gene.
I'm about to say, I'm poking at y'all, but real shit still guts. Like you say, he drove him down
when it mattered.
Exactly.
And that's what we've been lacking before.
Real shit.
Okay.
He just like I said, he made the plays he had to make. Cause I'm watching the last drive. I'm like, okay, let's see if we can get him down there. They get down to the 8 seconds or whatever. Then I'm like, okay, come on, Morty, dog. We got this thing. I'm like, how did you miss it? Then I'm watching. I'm saying to myself, ain't no way, dog. Come on. You do it right. Do it perfectly with the time and everything. And then he do it for 3rd down just in case he get blocked. You can kind of get on and jump on the ball or whatever. Still get your chance to win the game. 41-yard field goal, you should make that.
Chip shot.
Yeah, so it's like, that's what I'm saying.
We lost, but we didn't get beat.
No, we lost the game. Cleveland didn't beat us. We lost the game. It wasn't better than us.
There were 3 to 7 plays that could have gone either way, and we'd have won by 21 points. Yeah. That much I will tell you. Was it our worst performance of the season? Absolutely, after our best performance of the season.
True that.
Okay, so let's look at the balance here. Here's something else I want to point out. Utilization. If we don't figure it out, we're going to shoot ourselves in the foot at the end of the season again. We're going to have hurt players at inopportune times.
But that go back to the man that Prayer's been pointing at since he jumped on. That's our coach.
You know how I feel about the Shannon plan. All right? Seriously, I just would like to just meet him in the bar, sit down next to him, light up the joint, and say, look here, bro. I'm going to put this little bug in your ear. When you're on the coach, I'm going to hit you with this little thing, and every time you do something stupid, I'm going to zap you. But since that can't happen, and I ain't married to Jennifer Lopez, we just got to sit here and complain about it. And I ain't no Swiftie neither.
Props.
All of that.
I think Debo need a girlfriend.
You got a woman and a baby. You need to come on and just stop running your mouth.
He wanted that with the prayers. He got a woman and a baby.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah. I saw him on one of them shows recently with his little son.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, I ain't on social media at all. But
that's
unnecessary. All this back, man. Come on.
I ain't a big fan of social media.
If you're gonna run your mouth, then you got to back it up on the field.
Just like y'all know what the fight on the field was about before this game?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why was y'all beefing and stuff? Looked like Ayuk and Debo was going up against their defensive back. Then Trent Williams come smashing people out there. When Big Trent get involved,
once Big Trent came, boy, all that shit.
Became the reason. They was talking about how they was gonna hurt their quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Cleveland was talking about how it was gonna hurt Purdy.
Okay.
So Trent ain't gonna let that happen.
Oh, you
know
and
Debo take anybody's bait. True. And Ayuk just doing what he does. He's a solid cat. So I don't know, guys. If you're gonna lose a game, that's how you lose it. Lose it and learn.
Yeah, well,
we didn't get our ass handed to us by our rival. Dallas can say all they want to, but the next game they won, but we still made them look like our.
Hey man, at the end of the season, that's one loss, man. It don't matter how it goes and the story behind it, because it's a loss, man. It's a loss we can't afford, like, to be honest, because and that's how they're gonna treat it. Like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got another one. We ain't got another mulligan. We ain't got another game we can give away, type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like this schedule gets real. Like, it ain't easy these next 4 or 5 weeks, bro. Like, it's for real.
Now, what was our record this time last year?
Oh yeah, 6-1. We good. We good where we're at 100%. I think it's a good thing we lost this game, because it's another. Now everybody's undivided attention. Bring everybody back down.
Absolutely, I totally agree with you.
It ain't even a bad thing like that. And so I mean, it is what it is. But we on to the next. But we got a game, Minnesota. It's like, bruh,
Minnesota ain't no joke.
Yeah, no. Every game we got, you know what I'm saying? They circle.
Jefferson,
like, every time
is Jefferson playing?
No,
I feel like he out.
No, he's on IR. He's on IR. So yeah, we the hunted. We the hunted.
Everybody's bringing their A game against us for very good reason.
Fans included.
You can't get behind our team. And Cleveland's, to their benefit, got lucky and didn't get behind us, because had we had a 14-point lead, we wouldn't be talking about anything other than we got out of there luckily. Because, I mean, we had them beat early and often.
That's what I saw when I watched it yesterday.
To be honest with you.
They should
have. I sat here throwing cupcakes at my TV because I wasn't supposed to eat them in the first place.
So what y'all expecting this week against Minnesota, bro? Obviously, we expecting to bounce back with a dub. But
let's talk about the injury reports, though.
Well, shit, from what I'm getting, McCaffrey, the only one who I think gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? That I'm pretty confident gonna be out.
So since he's gonna be out, do you think Shanahan changed the game plan to include more Kittle and Mason?
I think Kittle. I honestly think Kittle productivity is contingent upon his health. I know what y'all saying with the blocking, but we already know he's been a phenomenal blocker. I just think coming into the season he was hurt. I think oblique, same shit that McCaffrey have now.
Yeah, I just don't think that affects your range of motion.
Because even in the Dallas game, it wasn't like he was catching no big bombs and shit, unless I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? So I just think he a little nicked. That's why I say to me, like let's get more Juice. Like, Juice could do what Kittle could do, because again, we're redundant. So feature Juice, if nothing else, on some of them little wheel routes or some shit out the back, you know, blocking and release type shit or whatever. Like, you know, if Kittle can't go, I would that would be my thing.
Well, I'm looking at it like this: if if McCaffrey ain't 100%, you don't even play McCaffrey. You got to have him healthy.
Yeah.
If
All you do is
Debo,
get him hurt more.
I wouldn't play Debo neither. Because you keep getting hit on your shoulder, you keep going in and out. To me, this game is you got to craft the game plan around Ayuk, Kittle, and you going to run Mason a lot. To me, to give your offensive line confidence.
And you also got. I know Ray got hands like a colander, but you got to put him in position to win too because he's fast.
But look, what's up with the other little boy? They cut him.
Cole,
number 10.
Cole. Yeah,
Ronnie Bell.
Bell. Yeah, I knew it was 4 letters.
Yeah, Bell didn't get a lot of run in this game.
But I'm saying,
but he should have.
If somebody now elevate him to me above Ray is what I'm saying. You know?
Yeah, what I mean? You're right. He scored a touchdown this season, didn't he?
I'm saying, let Bell get them touches for Ray and shit. You know,
Bell's on special teams, ain't he?
Yeah, he plays special teams too. But yeah, to me, you got to craft a game plan if Debo and McCaffrey ain't there. Hopefully, Trent Williams is healthy. But you got to craft a game plan around who you got out there. And to me, you got to run the ball. You got to just have a mindset to run it and run Mason, run Mitchell, but don't run Mitchell too much because he's fragile. He can't stay healthy. Yeah, and TDP, we rarely seen him out there. And then that's how you win the game. And then our defense got to show up. I mean, we ain't got to worry about Jefferson. I don't know what kind of running backs they got. And then
that dude Madison pretty good.
Well, they ain't so, but you ain't got Jefferson. If Jefferson was out there, I'd be worried because he could eat all day lunch out there. Honestly, we know he's out there. That's just real spill. To me, you got to run the ball, and the defense got to come to the party, and y'all got to stop the run. And Cleveland was hitting y'all with some of them runs.
Yes, indeed.
He caught y'all with some of them runs. You know what I'm saying out there.
What's up with Hufanga, man?
They looked good out there.
What's up with Hufanga, man? He ain't been as active this season as last year.
Yeah, I ain't heard a lot from him.
I think he's gonna start getting his little plays.
Yeah.
So this game here is you craft a game plan around the players you have, and our defense got to jump on Kirk Cousins and them from the jump. And if we do that, we should come out with that dub, and then hopefully you can get McCaffrey back for the Cincinnati game. Or if he still ain't healthy, then let him come back after the bye. And if Debo healthy, you brought him back out there, and then you got to get the ball to Debo outside of the normal stuff or however. You just got to get the ball to your people. And, to me, if they can get to the bye 7-1, because they're coming out that bye, they go to Jacksonville, they're going to have all the horses for that one. So to me, if they can win these next 2 and go be 7-1 going into the bye and get everybody healthy coming in that second half. Because Perez, you're right. They got Jacksonville, they got Seattle twice, they got Philly. Washington ain't no slouch when they on. They still got the Rams. So the schedule ain't easy.
It don't get easy. It don't get easy.
And anybody pretty much can beat anybody. Look at the Jets did to the Eagles.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So they got to be on it.
And all of this is based on defense.
But bro, man, you own it. Because that's what I was just about to say, bro. Let's keep it real about the D. Where is the D line? How many sacks Bosa got?
He's a secondary dude.
We need some pressure.
Well, Gregory looked like he's gonna be the guy.
He
looked good out there watching the game back yesterday. So I think.
Can we get a little more press, man? I'm just saying.
I like
at least shit. If you're playing zone, could we get a little closer?
Well, here like.
So.
Let me say something about our defense. And I didn't want to say this, but I'm going. We're not finishing plays. We're not finishing plays to the ground. We got running backs running out of tackles, and that's inexcusable for an elite defense. Okay.
But you just said the P Warrior Greenlaw was missing.
Yeah, Greenlaw bring that thump.
Yeah, but Greenlaw letting the running back caught behind the line run out of his arms and get 16 yards either. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, I ain't going to. Yeah, they didn't give up some plays.
There was some poor tackling, and also we weren't finishing at the quarterback either. We was accepting getting blocked.
We ain't been doing that all year to me.
Yeah, we need to just we done got you know what? And I ain't want to say this, but I'm gonna. There's something about getting your bag of money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Cause say, bro, like you tell me a team that's getting pressures, I'm gonna tell you a team that's not getting sacks. The pressure shit is good when you're getting sacks. You feel me? If you ain't getting sacks,
it don't matter.
Me with that pressure shit.
Yeah, because I mean, you get a lucky quarterback 3 plays a game because you didn't take him down at the opportune times. You lost.
Come on, Patrick Mahomes.
What? Sidearm Sam.
Come on now.
Ain't got to throw over. You throw around you.
Say, oh, look, bro. Real
What's
quick.
up?
They talk about Big Perk and Shannon Sharp, boy. You got some one-liners yourself. You heard me?
You know what? When you've been on the shelf as long as I have, you know a few lines because you've seen a few books.
Right. I know that's
right. You know, every day we wake up with a couple choices. We can smile, we can cry, we can fight, we can live. And the one thing we ain't got no choice about is whether or not we die. So since I control 40 other ones, I'm gonna do the best I can with what I got.
Thanks.
You know, I had a friend I went out to dinner with on Sunday, and I got a text on the day say she had a heart attack on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And the challenge with that is it came out of nowhere. Tomorrow's not promised. She survived it. God bless her.
Yes.
But I love life. I love the banter. We were talking about you can see ugliness, but God provides us the beauty in every day. We just have to seek it.
I agree with that.
We just have to seek it. We are 4 grown men, and we came on this show fired up, ready to fight, fussing, but it was pleasant. It was educational. It was fun. Nobody got their feelings bent up because it wasn't about that. Prez is strong in the spot. He's been our general manager since the day I met him. Okay. Now I got wise and eyes, and I see with my heart sometimes. P Warrior is the steady warrior, and being good, you the maestro, and it flows.
I love it, bro.
And that's what this is all about. You know, our 49ers are in great shape. If we had walked into the season saying we'd be 5-1 in Game 6, who would have taken it?
We will.
There
you go. Now, if we've got nothing to complain about, why are we watching the game?
Big facts.
You know, if we see a perfect game, it'd be kind of boring. It'd be 56-0.
That was that Dallas game.
Well, that was still perfect because I don't like them Cowgirls. You know what I'm saying? It's like seeing your ex-girlfriend in a car accident. You hope she ain't hurt, but you're glad the car's messed up. Unless you're still paying for it.
Props.
Better hope for that gap insurance.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. Well, you know, we are all surprisingly in a good mood after a loss, all things considered.
Well, bro, I think shit, we got a lot to, you know what I'm saying, to be happy about. The team, the record looking good. We know all the injuries, not major injuries.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Even McCaffrey, like Shanahan say, is day to day. That mean any day. You know what I'm saying? So shit.
And McCaffrey's a soldier. He'll want to play.
You know that.
And that's where Shanahan really has got to be a better coach. You got to coach a guy beyond his passions. And if it makes more sense long term for him to rest the game, and you can game plan. I mean, you're an offensive genius. You're a coaching genius. Game plan some resting for your superstars so these guys are ready at the end of the season.
But I heard the press conference. I watched it today. I'm assuming it was from earlier. And Krug had asked him basically like, man, what's up with McCaffrey usage? Like he projected at this pace to have over 400 touches or some shit. And,
yeah.
You know, and Shanahan basically like, you know, we treat him as the starter not really, thinking about how many touches he's gonna have for the year. I hear you, but
I
come
don't want
on,
to hear
bro.
that.
Like, at some point you gotta know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
How many great running backs in this league lasted only 6 seasons because they got beat up? You got to remember something. I went to a football game 2 years ago, and I had tickets 2 rows behind the team. Right at 50-yard line, the team bench was two rows ahead of me. And first of all, those are terrible seats because you can't see much. Second of all, what you can do is hear how hard these fellas hit.
Bro.
I'm talking about, I heard enough stuff to make me almost lose my lunch. I mean, I thought somebody was shooting. Now, on every play, you going out there, and you got a guy that's 6'4", 280, with 4% body fat and a bad attitude.
Bro.
He got embarrassed, and you sitting there as juicy meat, you getting hit. And it's these boys are hitting like Volkswagens. So when you carrying 30 times a game and catching 6 passes in the flat, you taking a beating.
Right.
Even if you're not on the play, when you blocking for the other ones, you taking a beating. So load management is very, very important in any league of professional sports. Now, I'm from basketball to football to volleyball. These athletes are far, far better than they were 30 years ago. You don't even see major league pitchers completing games anymore. Load management. And we won't do it in the most physical sport we got other than fighting? Don't make sense, does it?
I definitely think they're going to have to work that out, bro.
I had somebody say something today. Without load management, it's like taking the thoroughbred and having them plow the field. Bro. Think about that.
Thanks.
Nah, real shit.
Mm-hmm. And when you ask him to run, he'll lose the race, but you'll have some corn.
Wow.
Then you can make some liquor and drink away your sorrows.
Oh, corn liquor, come on. Watch out now.
I'm going to tell you a quick story. The most drunk I've ever been in my life was behind some dandelion wine.
It's a dandelion.
Yeah, they sat that out in the yard for like 3 months in some distilled water. And when they opened up that jar and throwed it in some Kool-Aid, we thought we was talking Suave Bola, but we couldn't walk across the street.
Yeah, that's retarded.
Yes, indeed.
Well, fellas, I think we're going to get a dub this week, bro. I'm looking for the defense to get after Kirk Cousins' ass. You know what I'm saying? I need a couple sacks. Both, I need you to have like 1.5. I think, like you said, P. Warrior, Gregory, he already flashed. He get more reps.
Yeah.
He going to eat. I also want to see a little something from the interior. Hargrave, you've been getting a couple and some pressures, but we paying you a lot of bread too. This is a game I need y'all to hunt. They don't have their number one option as far as a receiver. We know Madison going to get the ball. Hopefully Greenlaw back where he could come with that attitude. We know Fred going to do his thing. And hopefully, like you're saying, Uncle Funga, a flash, get down in that box or something, make something happen. So I'm looking for the defense to kind of pull this one through. I think Brock definitely let bounce back. Regardless of who they are, I figure Shanahan to scheme up enough. And like I said, at the end of the day, you got to run that ball. Mason, welcome to the NFL. Let's let everybody else really know who you is because we know what you're working with. But let's go ahead and get a $125, $147 on the ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and Mason's got some breakaway speed once he breaks in that secondary.
Yeah.
He ain't just
like the big dog, like you say, he not a finesse runner. So after a while, it's a Bennett decision. You know what I'm saying?
He'll brutalize that secondary.
Right. You trying to get in front of this train? I don't really think you consistently trying to get in front of that train.
Exactly.
That's a fact. And we need to get some kind of that. that's offensive line integrity too. If you got a running back that'll bruise you when you're trying to clog our lanes and get through there and get 8 yards out of it or 7 yards out, they're gonna hesitate. And that's all we need.
Facts.
That's all we haven't earned enough respect for our offensive line with all the weapons we have. Our weapons are playing in spite of our offensive line instead of with our offensive line. We need to check that. So let's use the power we have. This kid Mason's a find. I really believe he's a find.
Press, P Warrior, y'all got anything before we get out of here?
Oh no, good show, man. Off to Minnesota.
Yeah, it was fun.
No, like I said, I think we get the dub and they're gonna bounce back and we rolling forward. So no, come on, man, let's get it in.
First,
we outside.
And on that note, shit, we out the door, man. For Uncle Keith, Press, P Warrior, myself, Benjamin Ness, Faithful Boys. Bang bang to the game.
Bang bang.
Bang bang.